Very good morning to everyone. We're here for the Crazyhouse Elite Arena number 32. The time limit today is 3 minutes plus 2 seconds. I'm still playing my first game. I just had a little bit of a late start because my streamer software was updating, but we're here now. I believe Mugwort is also streaming this morning. Please check out his channel on Twitch if you haven't already. We should have mate here. So if takes, knight at f7 is mate. Here I've got queen at h6 check. There'll be a blocker. Take here and queen at f8 check. And with the two queens with check, we secure g7. So 3+2, we've got some big players here. JK the Bullfrog, Mugwort the finisher, Rakesh Trove is here. Let's see who else we have. WhyScorpion also in the room. Clearcast currently paused. But yeah, there's some good players here. And 3+2, you know, we will have a few less flags. More play. I'm probably not going to berserk today. I'm going to just enjoy having time on the clock. Alright, we're up against Rakesh Trove. So maybe e4 is an idea at some stage if he builds up. No, he's gonna go for this. I'm surprised he moved his knight away before playing for this pawn at e5 idea, because then the e5 pawn would be defended. Alright, so he wanted knight at g4. We can capture that. So black's a pawn up here. So I'm just going to consolidate dark squares. I don't have anything immediate on white's king, so I'm just going to consolidate here, get my own king safe. And being a pawn up, I'm expecting that later in the game I should hold some advantage. So yeah, before making any more big trades, I just want to put all of my pieces on the board. Put it here. I just want to make that extra pawn valuable, and you can't do that unless you've got all your pieces on first. So look, this is a real fortress, so I have to be patient on how I get in. This is an issue for white now, so we didn't play pawn at e4 because then white could make some trades. We might think about doing that now. Yeah, I think it's sensible now because this pawn is now also under attack. So 2 pieces for a pawn is a fair trade in Crazyhouse. So pawn at e4 wasn't that attractive before, but this is now. Black is up a clear piece. So there's a trade I can take here. I think I'll just back off and I'll renew this knight f3 threat because now I'm threatening to take the queen. and then take f3. So there's been no rush. I've just chiseled away at this by building everything up, but now it's going to get decisive. So it takes. All right, we didn't take it. We'll just go this way. So knight at e1. Of 101. Tier 1 subscription. Thanks for the sub. Yeah, knight at e1 or knight at h4. Is there some mate here? Bishop at... It's not so simple. So black's got a clear advantage here, but we actually have to convert. So he could defend the queen with a knight. But I don't really see a mate threat. I was looking for something like bishop at g1, but rook takes and then blocker doesn't really work. So we might grab this pawn. Another gifted sub from Fav101. Thank you. Okay. So I think I still consolidate here. Yeah, you can't take this because knight takes king and then queen at h2 mate. So now, can I do anything with queen at h1? Queen takes f2. I think that looks most promising. And then I want to take on d2. And then I have another knight for f3, so I do need to get in somehow. I felt that I needed to invest some material there. He's defended very well. He's not making it easy. So if queen blocks we take, if knight back, yeah, with one of those we take here, then knight at f3 is very difficult to stop. Yep. Okay, JK the Bullfrog already moving to 8 points. Just decline this. So let's open up the second tournament window. That's what I meant to do. Okay, winner Oleg. New opponent. So yeah, And a shorter time control, it might be fun to play bishop takes c6 and queen takes f7, knight at e5 check, king e6, but I'm not convinced that's necessarily stronger for white. So here if knight e2, queen d5. I think I've got to play it though. So queen d5 is good to hit both of these. I'd have to take here and play maybe knight f4. Okay, let's respond to e5. I'm tempted to do something in the center here, but I'm not entirely sure which one I want to choose. Because bishop g4 is coming. Could be pawn at f4, could be pawn at c5. Yeah, I'll go for pawn at f4. So forfeiting my right to castle, but rook e1 is now a possibility. Castling also at some stage may run into attacks with pawn at h3, so the king is not necessarily safer if castled here. Plus I want to keep this pawn in hand, so that's why I've played king d1. Slim MG says, "Hi John, congrats on the baby boy. I was watching your Bughouse video on YouTube when you announced it." Thank you. That's very kind. Yes, we have a baby boy. Well, my wife and I are pregnant at the moment. Well, it's fair to say she's pregnant, um, and yeah, we're probably due around end of June, early July. So yeah, Bella's going to get a little baby brother. I made an announcement the other week. There was a Bughouse stream with Helm's Night, which was a lot of fun to produce. I made an announcement there in case you hadn't heard it already. I could take this a check. I could take. I think I want to take this and keep the rook on the file. Okay. just pick off this material. It's good to remove things on your half of the board if you don't have anything direct. Just be patient. So my queen might get knocked around a little bit here, but we've got to find a square for it. So bishop at b5 is going to harass. Yeah, we'll go to d3. If knight f4, we'll back off. I'll be quite passive here. I'm just trying to secure the material advantage. Okay, and then we can hit this one. Right. So knight takes, knight at h6 will mate. Okay, we have mate here. Okay. Next game. Okay. Oh, I've lost sound on this one. Let's just refresh that. Hopefully we get sound back now. Yep, there we go. Okay, h4, very early. Bit aggressive. I'm just gonna try to castle queenside. Let's try that. Don't know if it's a good idea. I'll leave the options open. We'll see how it develops. Okay, I guess I'm not castling kingside. May even leave the king in the middle. We'll see. f2 is going to be a target. I think I might put this here. Anything decisive? Maybe rook b8 first. Okay, bishop at a5 perhaps. We'll go this way. So knight f4, knight takes f2. Okay, he's gone this way. It's a good move. So he's trying to secure f6. I've got to be careful here. I think I'd better take this one. Yeah, not that thrilled with the opening here. My opponent's done nicely. This is coming in. Oh, okay, that's a bit of a wild check. Grab that. If he goes here, maybe I can sack here. I don't know if that works. Let's see. Takes pawn f2. If he runs this way, knight at c4, knight at a2 would mate. If he takes f2, knight here, Check knight here, knight here. So takes pawn f2 here, back, bishop here. Yeah, that's got to be mate. Let's go. IJH Chess says John Lee, the legendary queen sack. Yeah. What's a John Lee game without a queen sack, right? Okay. Alright. He wants to berserk. Okay. We'll berserk back out of courtesy. I want to make some weakness here. So nothing decisive yet. I'm just very solid and looking to make some more holes in the position for white. I don't want to slow down too much. This is still a no increment game because we've both berserked. So I've got to keep the pace up. Okay, eyeing this one very keenly. Pawn e7, pawn f2, takes, and then queen takes d5, takes. Alright, he's left f2 hanging. We have to go for it. Yeah, I'm just gonna secure f6 and then pawn at e3 will be a threat. You just got to be careful to play queen takes d5. There'll be knight at e7 here. Just making sure I don't get mated. Okay, we're just in the lead with 17, 1 hour 24. I feel that a 3+2 arena is very unforgiving because the games are long, you don't get as many games, people don't make as many mistakes, and you've got some really good competition here. So you want to really keep those streaks alive if you can. KL Bennett here. Yeah, let's play a little bit different. Okay, I just want to stop bishop at g4. It's fine. So I'm looking at pawn at h4 here. No, I was thinking pawn at h4, I would still play pawn at f5, lose the knight, but I'd regain some tempo on this bishop. Pawn e6, we'll grab this one. Okay. So from this position, I'm just looking to not give black counterplay. I'm not actually keen on taking that because of rook takes g2. Maybe white's still okay, but here I just want to keep a secure king. So we'll put some defense on. Let's hit him here. I was playing bishop at b5 with a sack, but that didn't work out really. Okay, I'll put this on. Knight at a5 would be a good move, but then at least black's consuming the knight. Okay, we might take this one now. So there could be some knight at c5 here. Yeah, we'll play for it. So takes, knight at e5, king here, queen at d7. I'm not really getting mate. This looks like mate though. Knight at f6, he still runs. Yeah. Okay, chicken crossroad. This is a big opponent, chicken crossroad. Okay, let's we'll take this one. So I haven't seen Chicken play Crazyhouse for a little while. I did play Bughouse with him the other week, and that was fantastic. If you haven't seen it yet, you can go on my YouTube channel, Elite Crazyhouse. There's a video called High Level Bughouse 16. It goes for over 4 hours, and there's some of the best Bughouse players you'll find online there. That was a heap of fun. Okay, knight at f5, still pointing at d4. I could play c3. I don't really want to make a weakness on c2. I've got an extra pawn. I don't mind grinding this game. Okay. Gonna play pawn at b5. Takes. So what if takes? He gets my queen. Alright. We'll take it. just going to contain his knights. Rook d8 is natural. He's going to play c5, isn't he? So it is all a little bit passive for white, but white still is up a pawn. I know what chicken's capable of, so I'm just trying to keep rock solid. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure what the plan is here, but okay, he's gonna still harp on d4. Something has got to give. Queen at a4. What if just bishop d2? Put the queen on. Just slowly chip away still. He might play queen at d6. At some stage, bishop d2 is going to make sense just to block off the file. Or it could even be knight d2, get in on c4. Kind of expecting queen at d6 here. Okay, queen at d5, not too different. Alright, let's see. Here's where it'll have to get decisive, because if he doesn't start playing aggressively, he's just going to lose material. I expect he's going to take here. Should probably recapture with the queen. Keep f2 covered from any knight checks. Okay, he's gone this way. e3 or c3? Queen at c8 is also an option. Yeah, we'll go for this. Just hit this. Okay. So he's got pawn at d3. I can't let him get too much momentum here. So if pawn at d3, I can just capture this. But also there's other checks to be concerned about. Pawn at d3, maybe bishop at a4 check, then knight takes. Yeah. I don't need to take these. I think that helps black get to safety. So I want him to expend a bishop. Yeah, I can probably just put a queen here. Takes, check, takes. I don't think he has enough. There's bishop c4 check if he castles. Didn't want to leave the king on e1 because of knight at d3. Yep, he's run out of steam. Okay, that was a grinding game. Good game, chicken. Yeah, he was definitely keeping his chances alive in the center there, and it was just him playing a dynamic style and me trying to cramp any initiative. And I held out in the end. Okay, how am I gonna push up here? I want to prepare that, but if he gets e5 in, yeah, knight f4 is good. We might have a threat here. Queen h5, pawn at g6. I mean, the material's balanced, but black is a little bit constrained with the pieces all being on the queen side. So I'm keen to break open quickly. If king g8, pawn h7, king h8, knight at g6 takes, knight takes g6 was mate. We may have mate here. If he goes back, can I take this one? It's close. I might need to take this pawn first. Take here, takes, pawn here, king here, pawn here, knight at h5, back. Alright, let's just count I have enough diagonal pieces. So, pawn, takes, takes, takes. I have 2 pawns and a bishop. That's enough. So we'll go here first. Preparing the queen takes h6 sack. Takes here, take here. Ah, there's a deterrent. He's not going to take that way. What if I play... Take with the knight or the queen? I'm thinking of pawn here. I want to be decisive with this one. Alright, we'll play pawn here. King back, takes, takes, pawn at g7. I think that's too ambitious to sack like that. Maybe knight e6 is the right move. Or we just take some material. Knight at f7 is good too. IGH Chess, there's another queen sack mate coming up. Yeah, I'm very tempted to sack that queen, but it's got to be good. Maybe we'll do it now. What do you reckon? No, we'll take this first. Then after takes, knight at g6, we'll win the queen back. Okay, let's make sure we're not getting mated. No, he's only got 1 knight. We should be fine. So yeah, that is something you've got to be careful of before you do a big trade where you finish capturing the queen. You've got to check what your opponent has in hand. If my opponent had one more knight, it wouldn't be good for me. So if takes, we've got queen at g8 mate. You might say, why take? I mean, if they're thinking aggressively for knight at h3 and knight f3, it's important to be able to stop that. Just give ourselves some coverage here. We're up plenty of material, so I'm not concerned at all about pawn at f5. I just think that blocks black's natural lines. We just have one extra defending piece. And then I'll start with pawn at g6. It's probably quite trivial, but okay. Take with a knight. Alright. We've got some checks going now. Alright. Nihilist and alright. e4. We'll go with e5. I feel like I gotta be careful here. If takes, queen h5. I wasn't sure what I was gonna do against that. We'll play the bishop first, maybe. No, knight at h5. I just gotta be careful here how I distribute the pieces. Maybe knight takes first. Just have a sense that f7 isn't really comfortable. This is a funny looking move, but I'm just playing on instinct here. I can't explain these ones. It's just a positional sense to try to gain some more security on the dark squares before playing knight f6. Flourish, how you going? Okay. What's a castle here? Okay. Yeah, nothing fancy here for either side. It's a pretty balanced position, but with his bishop on h6, I feel a lot more secure castling, because when the bishop was here, pawn at h6 is viable. And it's hard for white to hit this knight, because I've got two pieces defending against knight at g4. But black doesn't have much going in this position either. Flourish. This crazy house feels a lot more like a crazy home when you're here. Nice. 11 months subscribing at tier 1. Thanks for the support, Flourish. Okay, now something decisive. I think we'll start with pawn at f4. I'm gonna hit bishop with bishop d6, and then if I'm feeling lucky, I might sack here and we'll go for pawn at g3 and really try to open up the position. Queen takes, no, pawn takes. Should I just go in with knight at g3 here? I think I will. So threat being knight at e2, and I don't mind sacrificing the knight because I'll regain the material. Okay, he's allowed knight at e2, but is it worth it? I win the queen. I prefer that he doesn't have a knight hitting me here, so we'll just rinse and repeat on f5, one move. Okay. Now you can't hit me with knight at f3 because I can take this. So I don't see anything concrete yet. We're just building pressure. It's great if you can get this queen here and then not get hit. So knight at f3. Yeah, maybe I should sack here now so I can play knight at e2. It's just a queen trade, but if I don't do something with my queen here, I just get knocked about with knight at f3. I have to do something with the initiative directly. Okay, so f3 or bishop at g3. I gotta watch out for knight at g4. So maybe even bishop at h5 if I have time for that. f3, gf takes. Okay, we'll take the direct path. I mean, white may even be able to take this. This may objectively be better for white if he chooses to take the sacrifices. But this is just a practical move. So knight h6 coming in. Gotta be careful here. I'm gonna play for bishop at h5 here, just so he can't take here or get any checks going with a knight at f6. And then a knight in hand is useful for attacking. Okay. Alright, I see mate. So queen at d2, knight at h4. Oh no, he's got e4. That's not quite mate. Whoops. So I don't want him to run back to g2. I want him to run up. I don't have mate. False call. Yeah. And then importantly, this knight covers g6. So if he was to play knight at f6, there was no mate with knight at g6 check. So not quite mate, but should be good for black here. Alright, I'm claiming mate for real this time. So here, queen b4 check, and c5 is mate. I have all these bishops providing the mating net. Okay, the finisher. Our tournament organizer. Alright, he always causes me problems. What do we want to do here? Knows a lot of openings. Okay, we'll go this way. I expect he'll know something about this. Okay. Knight takes or queen g5. Queen g5. I feel like queen takes g5. This is all very theoretical, I feel. I I vaguely remember preparing some line I was going to play against AppaWizzin, and I never got it, but it was somewhere around here. Okay, pawn at g6 takes. Yeah, instinctively, pawn at g6. And then what? Let's do this one. This forces queen takes e2 because he can't go here. But then I get the open rook file. So he can recapture the knight. Material is then balanced. Then bishop at f4 maybe. I think I prepared something different. But yeah, I'm also not a fan of just playing for the sake of theory. I like to play the game over the board. So this seems reasonable. I gave a pawn back, but we're opening up the file. There's a little bit of depth in this opening. If I was to play FG, there was bishop takes bishop at f7, and then maybe king e7, and then bishop takes g6, and I wasn't sure. I was going to take here, allow him to take the rook and play knight at e2 mate, but then you also had pawn at d6, pawn at f6. There was too much there I wasn't certain about. Okay. So what if something like queen at h6? Or do I need to defend this? This is very sharp. Maybe it's bishop at h6. Oh, knight takes d4 is also on. You just got to be careful with moves like this. You've got to keep them in check, I think. Takes knight g7. Yeah, we'll cover it. Every tempo counts here. No, I don't like what I've done here. Spent a lot of time on that move. Okay, well at least he won't have a pawn in hand now. It's pawn at g7 I was most concerned about. But now I'm more concerned about my clock, to be honest. So if bishop here, I'll take it, and then bishop at e3. Okay, I'll grab the knight. That looks useful. I want to hit something. We'll go this way first. With takes, I'm looking at pawn at e2. I just don't know if it's direct enough. The key is having no pawn in hand. Here he's getting a pawn. Okay. Yeah, that's annoying. So e2 threat renewed. I've just got to move. Too slow. I don't know if that was a good move. It's just time pressure. I'm going to run this guy out to c6 if I can. Okay, threatening queen at h2 mate. Alright, I got a sneaky one here. Alright, good game. Good game. Alright, that was a test. Now WhyScorpion doesn't get any easier, does it? Okay, WhyScorpion. Let's go. We've played this opening against each other a few times. Bishop g5 or castles? Or castle. This looks interesting. Okay. Playing overly aggressive here. And I'm not sure if it will be fruitful, to be honest. Okay, he's left this one on. How's the scoreboard going? Alright, 37. Oh, the finisher. That was actually a critical match to win there. I'm very fortunate. Like I said at the start of the stream, it's really unforgiving here. That's why it's really fortunate I've been winning a decent proportion of these games. Decent proportion being 100% at the moment, actually. I shouldn't say decent proportion. That's not the right term to be using, I think. Okay, Let's just try to make something happen before he can get an attack. I don't really want to take with the bishop. I want to recapture with the knight. Harass this queen. Okay, so if he takes here, queen at e7 here. So there's always h3 if I'm concerned. I don't have to go for him straight away. I think it is worthwhile playing queen at e7. He'll probably have to play king b6. I just can't get too drawn up in the attack. But h3 is my only defense. Takes, bishop takes, f1. I need to leave this queen here to defend f3. So if king b6, I think queen b3 check would be a mistake. Possibly even losing. We have to respect the attack here, or else white is worse. But I wanted to put the queen on e7 to displace the king. He couldn't block here because of queen d6. So now there's threats here and here. If he takes, I take here. What's critical is I get this h2 square when playing h3. So it doesn't just stop knight at h3, it's actually the king gets to go here. And then if I get another pawn in hand, that makes all the difference. Okay, so he's got another knight. What can he do with it? No, I think I'm okay to take this, because I want to open up this line for the bishop. Bishop d8 check, and I have much better pressure on the king. In fact, that's made in two, because everything is sealed off. So I don't see him having enough to mate me here. Knight takes, king. Once you get the king to h2, there's no knight at f3 check, there's no pawn at g3. If he takes the rook first, I get to defend h3. So it's pretty hard for him to conjure up a mate threat. Take here. Play the said move. Knight at h4 takes bishop at g2. You can take this one. Knight at f5 isn't mate because I've got bishop takes f5. Yep. Yep, we'll see what he comes up with. Rankings haven't changed much. Okay, if I take this one, knight at f4 here, yeah, I can take that. Knight at f4, king h2, knight at f3, sack the queen, and then bishop d8 still mates. Okay. Where's mate? Let's find it. Is it pawn at a5 to start with? He's gonna go back. I can even just take this and yep, I think he had enough. Okay, got a lead here. Alright, Weir. Haven't heard this name for a long time. Weir, I think, has been playing on fix for a long time. So bishop c5, bishop f2 maybe? No. So this is a name I am familiar with. Okay, we're going to go down a theoretical line here. This is not an impromptu queen sack, guys. That queen sack is coming, but this one is some kind of theoretical move. So let's just make sure it works. 96 check. Now there is... Can we play something else other than knight takes d8? I think we gotta take d8. Okay, he's playing a safe option. So bishop at h4 or queen at h4. Perhaps queen at h4. Preparing bishop g5. And then the queen also nicely covers f2. So basically white's down a piece for a pawn, but black's king is disrupted. Dynamically probably equal, but this is easier for white to play. Just because your king is behind a wall of pawns and you're not always having something hanging. But like a bishop at e6 might be a good move here. Pawn f5, bishop f7. Okay, so he's just let me have this. It's a free knight. So that's the thing, it's just, I mean, you can tell that's not a quality move, but that's what I mean by it being easier for white to play. That's just a... It looks easy to say it on the sidelines and say that's a blunder, but there's a lot you've got to look out for as black here. Yeah, aim for f7 now. I got to watch out for knight at f3, that's all. So if queen e7, maybe knight at f7 isn't the best move. Could be knight at g6. We could even just play... well, we can't. Hang on. I thought I had a pawn in hand. Thought I might be able to play pawn e3. There's just no rush for white to open things up here. You could even wait for a king h1 or something like that. We'll play knight at g6. Okay. So knight at f3 is on the cards. He should have gone this way, I think. Now I'm not as concerned about knight at f3 because I feel like there should be mate. So if takes, rook at f7, king here, queen at e7, takes. If he had moved king c8, this would be maybe more of a live game. Because I didn't see mate. Like, for example, if his king went to here and then he took here now instead, it was rook at d8, takes, knight f7, king e7 is still safe. So this one is mated though. Okay, AppaWizzin. Alright. The new Crazyhouse World Champion, AppaWizzin. What am I going to play today? Alright. We'll berserk. I wasn't waiting for him to berserk, but I was actually thinking what opening to play. I was talking about preparing something. Okay. We're going this way. This is new. Let's make it interesting. Okay, the clock is going to be so important this game. Ooh, okay. He stole a pawn off me. He's going aggressive. Okay. Not thrilled with my position at the moment. I just wasn't comfortable with pawn at h6 here. It's a good move. I'll take this one first to defend g5. It's just attack on attack. Now I get the a8 rook with check if he captures it. I've got knight at h4. This all just happened a lot faster than either of us would have anticipated. So now I don't get the check, but I get the bishop. Yeah, I should probably take that. Just gotta make sure I don't get mated. That's what this bishop was put on there for. He's put this bishop here to defend his own king. So we're both trying our level best to attack each other. Alright. Okay, I want to get in. Yep. Oh, I've got him. Good game. Alright. It's a good win against AppaWizzin there. I was actually, looking to play a game without berserking, but since he berserked, I berserked back in courtesy. He was pushing really creatively there with knight takes b5, and I had to counter that with a little of my own creativity. Alright, going straight for theory. This is theoretically better for white. I think there's some practical chances for black. So there's knight takes d8, there's rook takes d8. I'm going to play knight takes. I've been playing a lot more rook takes d8. I just think there's practical chances for humans still. If you take on an engine with black here, I think it will find a theoretical win. But against a human opponent, I think there's practical chances. So now, knight at f4. What do I want to do here? Knight at e2 is what I'm aiming for. So if bishop takes, knight at e2. At some stage, maybe c6. Okay, so I can take this one and play knight at e2. And while theoretically I think this is better for white, I actually feel from a practical perspective this one is actually easier for black to play. Okay, so I don't really have a mate, but taking this can't be bad. So I'm happy here as black. We got two pieces for a pawn. I got my queen back. Now it's just a game. So we can grind all game here if we like. We've just got a material advantage. Okay, bishop at h4. Maybe f6. I just want to stop f6. Basically, he's only got pawns, bishops in hand, so if I can stop him on the dark squares, I've got my bishop covering here, the knight's covering here. It's just good balanced coverage. And then we can think about knight f4 and getting our own attack in. But this just stops anything from happening. Okay. I can just grind. Either take this or take this. To be more direct, it'd be knight at h3. Takes. Lots of options. How's the scoreboard looking? Okay, we've still got a healthy lead here on 50. Alright, should we just go for it? Let's go. We won't grind, we'll just be direct. There we go. Okay, 20-point lead. Yeah, having the multiplier and just holding on to it is such a huge advantage. So while we're waiting for a game, yeah, just a small side note. This stream is coming to you live, all on green energy. I thought I should know that. I thought you should know that. We've got solar panels on the roof now. The sun is coming up, so we are all on green energy. I think that's good. Just trying to do my little bit for the planet. Okay, knight c6. Do I need to be careful on d4? I think bishop g5. And then c3 or capture? What do I want to do? I think capture is good. Just castle. Okay. Feels like my opponent's played this one before. Okay, I don't want to burn up too much clock in these stages. It's all pretty straightforward. Try to develop. I'm not keen on giving black this just yet. That could have gone to f4 possibly. Yeah, I don't really have a plan here just yet. Black's got the queen side locked up. The center is locked up. At some stage I'd like to take this, but I don't feel now is the time. I'd just be giving black too much. Maybe like a knight f4. Maybe I might need to try to pick a pawn off or play c4. I need to find something to break open here on the light squares, but in a way that I'm not breaking open the position entirely here and facing a big attack. So this is again another strategic match, but the tactics can break out very fast and furiously. Bishop or queen? Maybe the bishop. queen is okay. Bishop. I feel like I want to play c4. So maybe knight at f4. Maybe I could delay capturing this, or else this will defend d5. I might want to keep this pawn weak, because I don't have much else to play for. So let's play it slow. Knight at f. Oh, okay. What's this? Is he gonna grab h3? I don't think that's very fruitful though. It's like he just kind of ran out of patience there. He just gave me a piece for a pawn, but I don't see the compensation he's getting. He can back off here, but yeah, maybe just another bishop on e3. Yeah, maybe queen f5, bishop at e3, h4. He's looking at pawn at g3. Perhaps I should be more conservative with my pieces. If queen f5, maybe just back up. So if he plays h4, I have a bishop for g4. Okay, he hasn't done it. So is there anything decisive here? Some kind of e6 push. I still like c4. I'm gonna stick with that. Okay, h4 is there. We can play bishop at h3 first. He's going to try to attack. I just want him to expend one of his pawns, just so he's got a little bit less material. It's also good putting a bishop here. It's just an instinctive response. Okay. Can I make anything here? He's got queen d4. I don't feel like I've got a knockout blow here. So pawn at g3 is on its way. I think I'll just knock the queen around. If he goes here, I've got knight f3, because this knight's going to get harassed. Okay, we'll take this knight. That's good. Bishop at c6, now a threat. And just staying solid on the king's side. Okay, let's push up that side. Okay, we'll just grab pawns. Okay, we'll grab a rook. A few grinding games today. Oh, chicken. Chicken is back. Okay. Avoid d5 this time. I played a game against Chicken earlier today, and I found he made life very difficult for the whole game, and I was very passive and just had to go into turtle shell mode. So we'll play something different to how that game started. So I'm taking with the bishop here because if I take with the knight, he's got pawn at g4 and then he's adequately attacked d4. This way, if he plays pawn at g4, I can take here and play knight e5 and my pawn is still covered. So he's expended a pawn here. Yeah, I'll preserve the bishop. Anything decisive, bishop g5. No, it's okay. He can play knight e4 if he wants. So here, basically, as white, it's completely even material, but he's got a pawn here on the board and I've got a pawn in hand, and this pawn is in some way restricting black. So I'm not trying to blow him up or do anything like that just yet. I'm just basically saying I have a small advantage with this extra pawn on the side, and I need to make that pawn useful somehow. So it could be pawn at g5, knight e4, but I want to do this accurately. Just slow and strategic. If I trade things here and kind of play pawn g5, maybe I'm going towards him and then he's getting a few targets. I'm just hanging back here, just trying to restrict what he can do. If knight at f5, we'll take it. If he castles, then I'm maybe playing pawn at h6. So bishop d3 is just a waiting move. I mean, when you play Crazyhouse, you're used to seeing all the big, exciting tactics. This is where I'm just playing a little bit strategic. And it's also because I know the quality of my opponent. We've played Bughouse, Crazyhouse for over a decade. I know very well what he is capable of. Here I see license to attack. This knight is also attacking d7, which is sometimes valuable. For example, knight e8, pawn f6, knight takes, knight at h5, king g8 takes the bishop takes, knight takes d7 at the end. So this is a familiar pattern, if you like, for me. We'll go here. I could play knight at g4. Yep, we'll do that. So rather than take this straight away, we'll just build. So black's given the piece back. Material's still balanced, and we're here in the grinding pot again. We're just grinding all day today. But I think there's some useful lessons to be learnt in how to grind. Basically here I'm just saying to black, well, your king's a little displaced and material's balanced. Black's a little bit passive. So yeah, I'm just going to build, because this bishop's not going anywhere. It's not. The thing in Crazyhouse is when you trade pieces, particularly a useful piece for a non-useful piece, they both go to the side. And straight away, those pieces become useful because your opponent can place them on optimal squares. So here I feel like I can grab f7. If knight h6, king up. Okay. He won't want to go here because f7's not defended. I think I'll just hit him here. Now the dark squares are under fire. Knight at h3, we move the king so we don't forfeit the queen. Knight at h3 is not a problem because the queen's still defending g5. Okay, so he's trying to cover his dark squares. We're breathing down his neck. No, he's got takes. Maybe knight g4. So he's gonna start hitting me with things. This is a useful move because if there's ever a knight at h3 check, I also have queen h6 to defend with. Ooh, didn't see that one coming. Takes knight here. He'd be mating me if I take that. I have to back off. Do I get his queen though? He gets my queen. This is sharp. I want to put a bishop here after knight d2 so it will be able to capture later. Okay, here's the said move I was talking about. Queen h6, queen takes h3. In my opinion, this is a game-winning move, queen h6. It just shuts out the attack. That's a disappointing outcome for black. So now it takes here. I've got to watch out for queen at g1. So after the game-winning move, what am I going to do? Queen at g3? Yeah. I don't have the checks on his king yet, so my plan is to win this game by just preventing being attacked. How to proceed? Could chase his king to safety here, but I just don't want to get low on the clock either. So knight's also good because it's covering f2. Yep. Alright, we should have enough now. Hey Belle, how you going? Okay, good game. Alright, out of the pan into the fire, we got Matza. Yeah, Matza's been playing on Lee chess quite a while. I think he'll know e4, e5. We'll play something different. Okay, we got 14 minutes left. I may have to close the stream soon. Hey Belle, how you going? You alright? You gonna get up? Yeah, it's Bella! What's that? Yeah, just leave it there. Alright. We'll see if the quality of my games goes down now. Bella's here. Okay. I'm already in a less favorable position. Hang on, Belle. Just stop wriggling. Has he got enough pawns to mate me here? Takes the queen. Check, yeah. Pawn g5. This is very risky, guys. I'm not confident playing this. Yes, Belle.
Have you seen the pink sparkly star headband?
No, I haven't. So if I take this, I'm pretty sure I'm lost. I have to go back. But then he can always take here and play knight at h5. It's very unpleasant. So we'll be playing defense house for the rest of the game. Sorry, just copying you, Belle. I just saw you on camera. Did you have a good sleep?
Yes.
Yeah? Alright. Cool. Yeah, so if takes... Yeah, they're Pikachu. So Bella can see your Pikachu emoticons, Heiser Jack and OJ. Yeah, they're putting Pikachus because they know you're there. I love Pikachu, I love Pikachu, yeah. Alright. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take with the rook because I have to defend g7. So at least if he takes here, then I'm attacking him, but he can castle, and it feels like he'll be safe for the game. Oh, okay, he's letting me have something here. Maybe it's not that big a deal though. Pawn here. Alright, I gotta play pawn at g2. If king f1, I'm gonna put the queen on. I got a lot of pawns. I'm gonna try to mate here. I think black should have mate. Let's go this way. And then rook at e1. I gotta get the move order right though. If a king runs up, it's probably still rook at e1. Oi, come on, Bell. There's only like 11 minutes left. Ah. Cut it out. Stop stream bombing me. Cut it out. Crazy kid. Oi. Come on, you can't be on stream if you're gonna muck around like that. People are here for Crazy House, not to see you muck around, okay? Alright, rook at e1. Yeah, that looks sensible. I don't want his... I don't know, I didn't really think about it. I've just got a wriggling kid in my lap. Cut it out, Belle. You're a clown. Alright, I think bishop at d2 here, king here, knight at g1, doesn't matter which way the king goes, rook at e1. So bishop at d2 is good. I'll stop with the pawns because the bishop covers e3, knight covers f3, rook covers d3, everything is covered. So rook at e1 is mate next move. Alright, pal. Okay. I might actually, I might call it quits there. I think my lead is sufficient enough there that I'll win the event. So, given this little kid is causing a bit of disruption, we'll get her breakfast, and we'll call it there for a weekend. Yeah, absolutely thrilled to get 100% score. I haven't done that in ages. Like I say in previous Elite Crazyhouse Arenas, I don't know what it is. Since I lost my World Championship title, maybe there's less pressure or something. I feel like I play better on Sunday mornings now. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun for me. I'm gonna wrap it up there. If you didn't catch all of this, I will be posting it on my YouTube channel as always. I'm gonna go now. Hope you have a great weekend wherever you are, and we'll see you next time. All right. Now, Bella, can you say goodbye? We're gonna say bye. Say bye. All right. Thanks, Bella. Okay. Take care, everyone. We'll see ya.